In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how an 18-year-old Leah student living in Poland made over $40,000 in profit from his first campaign. His mailing campaign consisted of 3,600 mailers. Let's hop in and I'll show you exactly how he did it. All right, this video is going to piss some people off, and frankly, I don't really care. What we're going to talk about here is how an 18-year-old living in Poland made $40,000 from his first round of mailers and what you can learn from it. Before we dive into it, I want to share with you, so you guys know I'm not bluffing. Inside of our Discord, landinvestor.co/Discord, if you guys want to get access to this. It is an application process, but it's definitely worth getting involved in. Here on the 30th of August, he says, finally, I can share something bigger here. Joined Leah in January, but had a lot of responsibilities related to basketball and school. I graduated high school in May of this year. Also, procrastination came in and just have been postponing the start of this business until the end of July this year. Finally went all in, and here we are. Got 2 purchase agreements signed, 7.5 acres in Potawatomi County, Oklahoma. Buy for $13,000, sell for $35,000. 8.87 acres in Oklahoma County, Oklahoma. Buy for $90,000, sell for $140,000 to $150,000. All of this from a 3,600 mailer campaign. Planned on sending out 4,000, but a lot of addresses, etc., were invalid, so only 3,600 were delivered. Should net around $40,000 from these 2. I'm from Poland, so in my country's currency, $40,000 is equivalent to $160,000 in US currency. Also, 8,000 mailers going out the door today. So what can we learn from an 18-year-old living in Poland who's doing $40,000 profit from his first campaign of 3,600 mailers? For context, 3,600 mailers with data, with the price of mail, with the Leah discounts, it's probably somewhere around $1,600 to $1,800. I mean, let's just be safe. Let's just round up and say $2,000 to be ultra conservative. So he spends $2,000 to make 40. Those deals get funded internally. So of course, no money's going into those deals out of his own pocket in terms of funding. So what's the takeaway here? Let's pull this up here. And frankly, I'm making this video because at this point, I am pissed off. Every single month, we have 60 to 75 people that schedule calls with my team, and they say one of 2 things. 1, they're right here in their journey. Okay. What I want to outline for you guys today is the inevitable dips that you can't avoid, but there's 2 different ways we can handle this dip. So out of that, 60, 75 people that reach out every month to schedule a call, some of them are right here. I'd say about 60% of them are right here. The other 40% are right here. Now we're saying something, what is this weird cryptic drawing you put together here? This is the land investor's dilemma. Let's call it that. Okay. You waltz into this business, you start watching YouTube videos like this, you start watching YouTube videos elsewhere or reading books. There's all this excitement. Oh my God, I think could change my life. This is the thing that's finally going to turn around my financial destiny or whatever it is that you're looking to solve with this business. And you have excitement. You have what we call inspiration, right? You're inspired to take action. So then you start taking action. You're probably going in blindly, just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping something sticks. And some of it will stick, but most of it won't, right? I don't care how smart you are, how good you are, how prepared you are. When you come into this business or any other business, there's going to be this initial period of excitement, and then you're going to get a cold slap in the face from reality where you realize, whoa, this is harder than I anticipated. And I don't care if you started in a program or if you're doing this by yourself, this dip is inevitable. But here's the problem. The other 40% of people that we talk to every month have tried doing this on their own, and they're in this trough right here. They're in this dip. And there's this fallacy where they say, hey, you know what? I don't think this can work for me, or I already put money into mail. I already put money into trying to get started and it didn't work. And they're in this dip and they're so in the micro, they're in the trenches that they can't recognize that if they just got some help, if they just kept on going, the next period for them is this. This is that initial kind of 3 to 12 month window where it's just a steady climb, right? 1 to 3 months. Well, first month you rip, 2nd to 3rd month you dip, 3 to 12 months you're in this steady climb. Now, of course, you're going to continue to have undulations there on out, right? This cycle is going to repeat itself, and every time you're going to get a higher peak and you're going to get this kind of trough, this period. It's not going to come back down to baseline, but you are going to get this trough. And every time to get to that new level, the education, the information is harder to find, right? I heard a really interesting quote. It said, as you get higher up, right? Imagine you're going up into the atmosphere. Air becomes harder to come by. Right? As you get farther in this business, the cost to find the information to get you to the next level is scarce. And frankly, it's typically expensive, but that's not the case for your first dip. The first dip, the playbook is out there, right? And so this is the problem that I have. These folks that are so in the trenches, they try doing this on their own. They had that initial peak. They had that initial dip. They come to us with their tail in between their legs and they say, I really need help. I can't figure this out. We've heard people say, hey, I haven't gotten a deal in 12 months. I've spent 50 grand on marketing. I've gotten 0 deals. Hey, I bought 2 properties. I've owned them for 2 years. I haven't been able to sell them. And they have this misguided belief of saying, well, how much is Leah? We said, It's a $10,000 12-month group coaching program, right? We don't really hide that. Oh, well, the problem is I've already spent so much money trying to figure this out on my own. I think I'm just going to call it quits. I think I'm just going to throw in the towel, right? I hear this like a dozen to 3 dozen times a month now. And frankly, I'm making this video to show you, and no offense to Igor, but the fact that an 18-year-old from Poland is whipping your ass with his first 3,600 mailers should be embarrassing to you. You should be ashamed of yourself. I know these are harsh words, but the cowardice to come into this business, to try to figure it out on your own, think it's as easy as sending out some direct mail, putting your tail between your legs, saying, hey, I need help. Oh, the help costs money. I'm going to throw in the towel. That's ridiculous. Do you know how much opportunity is sitting in front of you and you're too sheepish to continue on this journey? And from someone that's seen hundreds of people go through this natural dip, I tell you the dip is inevitable. The question is, when you're in that initial dip, do you ask for help to get out of it? Or do you throw in the towel? Now, here's a really interesting kind of juxtaposition, okay? We still see the dip for investors even when they're inside Leah, right? The dip is inevitable. But the cool thing is, when you have someone watching over your shoulder, looking at your every move, we can hold your hand and push you out of the dip. First off, we know the action items, the levers to pull on that's going to bring momentum to your business. Momentum is what's going to get you out of the dip. The problem is these people that don't know the playbook are sitting there in this trough saying, I think this is my destiny. I think I'm stuck here for life. I think I just wasn't meant to be successful. That's bullshit. It's frankly bullshit. And so what happens is people that are inside of a coaching program, inside Leah, they get stuck in the dip and we say, hey, these are the things that you need to do. And no, you're not giving up. And the reason this is such a fascinating parallel story is because Igor came to us in January, okay? Came to us, 18 years old. This guy's saying, hey, I want to be like you, Sumner. I want to have a big business. I want to travel the world. I'm going to high school in America right now. He had a basketball scholarship, okay? This is back when Leah was like a $5,000 program. We told him the price. He was like, holy smokes, I need to talk to my family. I see if I can get my ducks in a row, okay? Goes and talks to his family. They give him the green light. He comes back in. He joins at the end of January. And then he does a little bit of work, right? Shows up to a couple of the coaching calls, does a little bit of work inside Discord, watches some of the modules, and then he hits the dip. And he realizes this business is not as simple as sending out some direct mail. Deals aren't just going to come into my inbox without me doing anything. I don't need to not know how to underwrite deal. Like, there's skill involved. There's work involved. You've got to get to the point to where you can actually develop the skill. There's cost involved, right? You've got to spend money on marketing. Like, there's a lot that's involved to get the ball rolling. And so this initial excitement of coming to us, of saying, I've discovered this cool niche called land investing. Sumner, I want to mimic your business. I'll pay you. And then the dip. Holy smokes, this is going to be way harder than I thought. And Igor sat in that dip from the end of January into July. It's a long period. And every single month we would check in and say, Igor, how are you doing, man? Where are you at? Where are you at? You're not giving up. He wanted to throw in the towel over and over and over again. Said, we're not throwing in the towel. Right? You're going to finish this school year. You're going to finish up high school. And when you're done, you're going to come back to us and we're going to get you back on this horse. And it took some convincing. And he came back at the beginning of July and ever since has been a fiend, asking dozens of questions a week, going through all the modules, putting together his mailers and struggling through it. Right. But we didn't let him give up. He was sitting in this trough down here from January until July. And in July, he puts together his first round of mailers. It's 4,000 mailers in total with all the bad addresses. It's 3,600 mailers. Sends that out and makes $40,000. And that's fast forward to the end of August, right? From July to August, even though he started his journey in January. The problem is if you don't have that support or you don't have even just the awareness around this natural dip, you come into this business hot and heavy, ready to go in January. It gets a little too hard for you. You try figuring it out on your own, and then you sit in that trough either indefinitely or you just throw in the towel, right? You should be pissed off. If you've been in this business for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, and you're not seeing the results, you should be pissed off. There's 18-year-olds from different countries that are essentially whooping you in a 2-month period, right? If we look at the work that was actually done by Igor, we're talking about July to August. And I say this as a way to motivate you, right? Think about it. This business, there is no limitations to this business other than the information that's necessary and the understanding that you're going to go through a dip and the understanding that this isn't going to be a cakewalk. I don't know who sold you this bag of goods for you to think that this business is as easy as sending out some mail. It's insane. The educators that have been telling you that should go out of business, frankly, because it's ridiculous. There is substantially more to running a profitable, consistent land business. Right? You've got to kind of expect the fact that this is going to be hard. It's like the Stoics used to say, right? The Stoics would say, you've got to expect that every single day, people are going to be rude to you. People are going to spit in your face. People are going to disrespect you. And when you come to expect that, you're no longer surprised when it happens. So what you need here is context around the journey of becoming a land investor, right? Understand that that dip is going to hit you. It's going to hit you quick. And it's your choice to figure out a way to get out of that dip. It's your choice to throw in the towel or not, right? This is such a blue ocean still. The fact that I see people packing up their bags bags and leaving because they were discouraged by that first dip is shameful, in my opinion. It's shameful because if you just have the right information and a little bit of elbow grease and you fast forward 6 months, 12 months later, your life looks a whole lot different, right? And so here's the thing. If you're in this business, you're 6 months in, 12 months in, 2 years in. We talk to people that are 5 years in that still haven't figured it out. Understand that what you're doing currently is not working, right? It's like Einstein said, it's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Whatever information you were giving it initially, if it hasn't played itself out yet, and it hasn't proven to work, it doesn't work. But that is not a reflection on this business. It's not a reflection of the opportunity here, right? This business is simple. It's not easy, but you have everything at your fingertips nowadays with the internet to go and seek the help. And you've got no reason as to why you should be throwing in the towel. It kills me every week to see this polarity of 18-year-olds living in different countries who are making this business work versus those that are well-educated college graduates that are 30, 40 years old, that have corporate jobs, that have been through a little more life experience, who dip their toe in the water and say, this is too hard for me. That's insane. Now, it's a totally different thing if you say, hey, I just don't like this business. That's fair. Do what you love, right? It's got to resonate. If this business does not resonate on any level, get out of here, right? There's many other ways to make money in this world. But here's the thing. No matter what you do, you are going to go through this dip. It is the truth of life. And I've seen too many people, these wannabe entrepreneurs, who think that the dip is a byproduct of the opportunity that they're in. No, the dip is a byproduct of the rules of life, right? And so there's people that hop around from opportunity to opportunity to opportunity. They try drop shipping, they try wholesaling, they try fix and flipping, they try Amazon FBA, they try land investing. And every time, a few months in, they say, this is hard. This isn't working for me. Must be the opportunity. I need a better opportunity. I need a better opportunity. No, it's you, my friend. It's you. Look, if you are ready to get out of the dip and you're ready to build the business that you deserve, you're ready to stop falling into the category of folks throwing in the towel too soon, I encourage you to go to landinvestor.co/apply. Understand that this is going to cost money. The best things in life do, but I can guarantee you we will get you results. That is why we put a 6-month guarantee on everything that we touch inside the Leah Group Coaching Program, because I'm so confident in what we teach and how we teach that if you are in a rut right now, or you want to avoid this song and dance entirely, we're here to help, right? We've done it with hundreds of people at this point. We know what we've got is good. We know it works. We've never had one person ask for a refund. Look, you work with enough people, I'm sure at some point it's inevitable. But the way we teach and how we deliver it is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Look, I want to help. I really do. This is not some intense sales pitch. My heart and soul is invested in what I do here. This is the joy of my life, right? And land has frankly changed my life, and I've seen it change hundreds of others. And so when I hear every month from our sales team that people are getting on calls and they're throwing in the towel, or they're just going to wait to see what happens, or they're going to hope one of these properties sells and then they're going to make a choice to invest in themselves. It's silly. It's silly. And there's people from different countries with the cards stacked against them that are showing you how it's done. So Igor, you're amazing, my friend. I'm so proud of you. And frankly, it's shocking where you're going to be. Like when we think about you're 18 years old and we fast forward a decade from now, where you're going to be, mind-numbing. I think the unanimous kind of opinion inside Leah is, holy smokes, why didn't I start something like this when I was 18? So Igor, I'm rooting for you. I'm excited to kind of fast forward the clock a year from now and see exactly where you are. Landinvestor.co/apply to change your life.